There's something wrong with my truck. It's making that weird ass noise. I don't know what the hell it is. What is it? It's coming from the front, and I don't know what it is. What's going on, you guys? Your boy Gemini G7. Okay, so we came another issue. So you see all the videos that I made so far. We replaced the bung O-ring that's in front on top of the motor. That was leaking, right? We replaced that. Then the head gasket starts to leak. So now it's more oil leak. The next following week, brought that back to Paramount Diesel. Got the whole head gasket replaced. Drove for a week, leaked oil again. The next following week, after we get that fixed, the bung O-ring leaked again. I went to bring it back to Paramount Diesel. They fixed that. The bung O-ring is this big, like half the size of, or almost the size of a baseball. Okay. It's in front of the motor on the very top where the knockers and the gear. There's an O-ring there. It's really skinny, real thin and skinny. So we replaced the bung O-ring twice. We replaced the head gasket one time, and it finally stopped leaking oil. Now yesterday, oil. Last week, they got to where it was only dripping 1-2 drops, a couple of droplets of oil on the floor. And we kind of narrowed it down to where it was leaking. So you know what? I need that truck. I can't be staying off. I can't be taking work off so many times. This has been almost a month and a half, 2-month journey. Just fixing, okay? Of oil leaks and other issues that I had an AC line that was rubbing inside the hood of my truck. Of my hood is making a hole and shit. I had to replace that. I paid out of my pocket. Just the clutch fan hub got locked up. That didn't want to work anymore. I had to replace that. That's another $250. Just things in general. It just keeps adding up. AC, clutch fan hub replaced, bung O-ring, calling my engine the oil leak, head gasket, catching my engine over oil leak. Now the bungee O-ring again, fixed that. That's having an oil leak. That's already been done. Now it's a front plate block, which is the very front plate that connects to the front and mounts in front of the motor. Has a small O-ring this small, and then you see all the gears, and then you got the seal gasket that's that's gasket is really big. Okay, that holds oil in the gears inside that front block on the front plate block of my motor. So parts for that and that bung O-ring, you're looking about $100, but the labor is costly. It's so much work. You have to drop the oil pan. You gotta dump the oil out, put new oil in. You gotta put the new gasket in for the front plate block, the O-ring as well. And not only that, you have to use silicone. There's another material what Freightliner does, or mostly mechanic. They use this kind of a gasket sealer, and it works over time. But over the years of owning it, it doesn't get hardened up, and to fully seal, it will still get like greasy, mushy. and over time, it will start leaking oil again. So over here at Paramount Diesel, they use silicone. It's like a silicone gasket kind of deal, and it's not a gasket form. It's like a silicone tube base, but it's like a silicone, but a gasket kind of deal. So the labor to do this one here was about $2,200 just to replace the front gasket, front block, including the O-ring. But that part just like $100. But the labor is what it costs the most, because in order to get to it, you have to dump the oil pan, you gotta dump the oil, remove all the front, you gotta remove the clutch fan, remove all the stuff, you gotta remove the belt, and get in front of that engine, start taking things out and remove all the gears out, and then take the front plate off, seal it, clean it up, seal it real good, O-ring, silicone gasket, put the front plate back on, and then you got to put another gasket, a sealing gasket for the front block to take care of this leak, because I can't be buying motor oil all the time. I'm spending money that I don't have. So Mr. Zeus is willing to charge me $1,400 for this job instead of $2,200, which that really helps out a lot. At least he's giving me half price, and then the warranty for the work will be for life. You know, if I still got a 6-month warranty on that motor, well, now it's about 5 months warranty though, but still, the warranty of the work will last a long time, and that will be on my record when if anything to be replaced on my truck. So it's a progress. But the motor's been running great. The engine brake's working really well. Sounds awesome. The motor's running, is keeping up. You know, it does what it does. But the issue down to my motor is that when I bought it, the motor was sitting for 1.5 years, and now that I'm using it, I'm driving it every day to go to work. It's not fully sealing. And one leak, another leak, another leak, another leak, another leak. It's just nonstop, because that motor's been sitting for 1.5 years, and I understand that, But man, makes me want to think that next time I buy another motor, make sure that everything's replaced it, fully overhauled and fully rebuilt, fresh. Then buy that's already been rebuilt and not that fresh. That's not that fresh, but fully rebuilt already. So those of you guys are going to buy another motor, make sure that overhaul, that fully rebuilt motor is the most recent as possible. Because if that motor is sitting for 1.5 years or more, like how my motor is before I bought it, you got a good price on it, this seal is going to be brittle and you're going to start having oil leaks. And from what I understand, Mr. Barco, my good friend over there at Paramount Diesel, and Mr. Azus, the Detriot 60 series are really known for oil leaks. It's hard to contain them. But once you're able to fully seal the oil leaks, if you've done it right, do it properly, do it right, then it stays sealed up. But usually when it leaks, it's kind of hard to stop leaking. We'll see. That's that date, and I drove Monday, Tuesday. It started getting worse, and now the leaks are the size of a baseball, like literally 2-3 of them in a row on the floor. And I already dumped like a whole jug of oil to put more oil in it so it stays lubricant all the time. And I dumped another jug of oil yesterday just to top it off to make sure it's full, and then jumped it off yesterday in the afternoon. So now today's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I lost 3 days. Same thing like last week. Last week, I lost 3 days of work. My last week check's gonna be like shit. This paycheck's gonna be like shit because I only worked 2 days. That's why I try so hard not to miss any days at work. Cause I think it will get you, man. So now I have to micromanage my spending and tighten up my financial until I start working a lot, and then I'll be okay again, But man, it's just one thing after another, man, non-stop. Now one of my U joints is going bad on my drive shaft. That I'm gonna have to replace as well. The U joint, you gotta stay top of that, because once the thing snaps right off and the drive shaft gets damaged, because you didn't replace that U-joint in time, it'll cost you even more money to fix that U-joint and buy a whole new drive shaft. And there's two pieces, and they're long and they're heavy. The drive shafts are not cheap. In order for you to know if your drive shaft is, the U-joints on them are bad, and I think there's like 2, 3 of them, but I know one of them is wearing out. If you lay down on your truck, if you crawl and lay down flat on your back, and you got the drive shaft in front of you, if you try to push forward and back, if you see a slight movement, and you see some play, the U-joint on your drive shaft is going out. It's supposed to be stiff. It's not supposed to have any play at all. I know one of them is going out on my truck. It's right next to the carrier bearing, and about 3 weeks ago, or about a month ago, my carrier bearing, you can see in the video that one, it went out. I had to replace that. But that's when we found out that right next to the carrier bearing, the U-joint right there is having play. And if it fails and the drive shaft snaps in half from the U-joint, it will be costly expensive to replace that drive shaft and the U-joint. So if you're going down your truck, you lay down flat on your back, push forward and back, see if there's any play on that drive shaft. You need to check out those U-joint. Okay, you don't want to be caught without fixing that, because not only that, if that thing drive shaft snaps and all that, you gotta replace the U-joint, the drive shaft, and for the towing. Because once that drive shaft is falling off the truck, no longer connected and broken, because you're driving the way it is, you're gonna pay for towing, the drive shaft, and the U-joint. So it's best to replace the U-joint that's wearing out, have some play in it, get rid of it, fix it. You don't worry about it. Stress free. It's just one thing after another. One thing after another. So, just waiting for Marco. Again, the green light today. Just get those things fixed. Catch you guys later.
Wow.
Okay. Alright, so
Alright.
there's a hole in my oil pan. And
Carla, ¿cómo se prende la luz esta? El botón, ¿dónde está? All right, so look, Richard. I don't know if you can see it from right here, but you see it right there? I don't know if you can see it.
okay. Holy
You see
cow.
You see that hole right there?
Yeah.
It was made by that pipe that goes from the water pump to the radiator.
From the vibrations. And that's the reason why I was licking a lot of oil on the ground.
Well, it's not really vibration. I mean, that pipe should not even touch that part
Oil
of
pan.
the engine. Yeah, it shouldn't be touching it at all. So
But
it was left too close to it.
wow. Fucking Hector, dude.
And now, shit, I don't know. These guys, we don't really repair these, so probably have to buy a fucking oil pan. Shit.
What about the pipe? How we move that pipe away from that?
My guy that does the adaptations, we can find a way to, or he can give us an idea to how to basically remove and reposition that pipe.
Okay. And you said that oil pan on my motor on that 60 series, that's fiberglass?
Yeah, that's a fiberglass oil pan.
I thought that was aluminum this whole entire time.
Nah, that's just fiberglass. Only Cummins. Well, almost all Detroit's DD15, DD13. They got fiberglass oil pans, but Cummins they got
Aluminum?
steel, and then
Steel.
Cat has aluminum.
Wow. And you said that if I would have kept on driving or kept on working the rest of the week, the motor would got locked up, huh?
Hey, yeah. If that shit would have moved out, it would have moved a little bit. It would have started
Leaking oil
passing all
nonstop.
the oil out.
Yeah. Wow. I can't believe it. The hose that's connected to the radiator to the water pump, right?
Yeah.
That caused that rubbing against the oil pan, making that oil come out.
Yeah.
Hey, move your finger. There you go.
No, that's another guy. He had diesel in his oil.
Oh, he has diesel in his oil?
Yeah, that's an
Oh.
injector.
Oh, crap.
Or head.
Okay, so what about the front plate block?
Huh?
The front plate block on my motor. What's going on with that?
Well, we're gonna start. The guy was started working on it, but when he removed that pipe, it basically
Auto.
splattered oil everywhere. So you got
Holy
oil.
cow! Something gives
Good.
me a feeling that I wasn't supposed to work today.
Yeah,
And you know who installed that, right? It's Hector's mechanic that did that. You know what I'm talking
yeah,
about? It's Hector's mechanic. It's not you guys. It's not me. It's when he installed it. It's like sloppy and very lazy. That's why I said I don't do business with Hector or the shop no more. That's why I bring my truck to you guys now.
yeah. But anyways, the guy, I just wanted to show you that he already got the coolant drain and everything. He's gonna start removing the radiator and all this in the front.
Oh, he dumped the antifreeze too.
Yeah, I had to dump it because you got to remove the radiator.
Oh, no wonder why he says a lot of work. Okay, so the
Yeah,
front the front plate block. Well, you think is leaking a
it's
lot?
you gotta basically you gotta remove this one. You're gonna remove all the gears, and then you're
Right,
gonna remove this one. This is the one that sticks to the block.
and that's the one
This
that's
one,
leaking.
yeah, that's where it's leaking.
How much is
You
the
got,
oil pan?
I mean, fuck the oil pan. It just depends. You got lucky because this is a front sump. They're not too hard to find, as in like the rear sump ones. The ones that got the pickup tube in the back, those are more harder to find. But I can ask my friend over there at TTM if he's got one. Probably
Oh,
does.
over that trend,
Yeah, over there, 10 Tran.
trend.
Yeah.
How much you think it's gonna be for the oil pan?
I don't. You can go over there and check out yourself. I can get it for you. It doesn't really
Yeah, that's
matter.
better if you get it for me for right now, man. Cause
Okay. But that's basically something that wasn't gonna be on the on the
yeah,
bill. We
that
wasn't
that
expecting.
wasn't that wasn't expected. But the good thing we caught it in time.
Yeah.
Because if the pipe did move and it was rubbing against the oil pan, it would have made a crazy mess, and the motor would have been locked up again, like my other motor, and then I'd be
Yeah.
really, really in a bad spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It
Because
would have.
I can't afford another motor right now, man.
And that's why. I mean, yeah, that leak you have is not as severe for you to add like a gallon every you said every other 2 days, right?
Yeah,
But that was the reason why really you were adding that much oil because it's got that big ass hole on the side.
call me back and see how much is the oil pan is.
Okay, I'm gonna call
Do that
him
one
right now.
first, and then see how much it is, and then we go from there. That way we can do the front plate block. Because I want no oil leak at all in my truck, and I have OCD. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I cannot keep
Let me.
buying oil and putting in all the time. It's not good. It's leaving stains, oil stains on my driveway, man. And I bought to a home every day too.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me tell the guy to continue removing everything and keep you posted.
Okay, give me a call, man.
All right. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Carlo.
Oh God.
3 days later.
What's up, you guys? We're back. We're at the shop. Dropped it off Tuesday, late evening. Today's Friday, and they're done. Well, almost done, but they're done. I think my truck home today. So I'm over here at Paramount Diesel. Let's check this out. That's mine? Oh yeah. Hell yeah. I gotta put the oil pan on. That's a clean. Hell yeah. What you went on? Jack the truck though, so put the oil pan in. Slide the oil pan down below. Still gotta put the filter on top too. He's almost done. I'll get my truck back today, that's for sure. Put the radiator back. They had to take out the radiator and everything in order to do the front plate block. So the front plate block is done. Cool, man. They're good. Give me a thumbs up, Migo. Migo. Alright, so you're working on that. It's almost done. Where the hell Marcus go? Let me go look for him.
Later that same evening.
So I back up my truck to get the light. So now we can see. Let me flip the camera around. Down there right now. Gotta put new coolant because the old coolant I have oil in it, so now we gotta put new coolant in. What kind of brand is that, Kato?
Yo le dije, le enseñé la foto, sí, cierto, sí, va.
Pero le mandaste fotos de esto.
Del mismo motor, Marco, de lo que ha hecho él y yo estaba tomando la foto.
Ya lo dejé para cargar en la mañana. Ya. Es que para qué, ahorita sí puedo hacerlo, ahorita lo que hice, imagínate. Ya con la inyectora ya lo toqué.
What's going on, guys? Alright, so I'm getting my truck back now. I gotta wait here about an hour. I was doing a test run right now to make sure there's no more oil leaks, coolant leaks, and like that. Because I had to flush out the whole entire coolant system, dump all the oil out in order to replace that seal on the front plate block. So anyhow, that's just what it came out to. Okay, $3,052.09. Okay, you look at the details. Okay, so I had a U-joint going bad on my truck too. I told him to check that, and it was bad, going really bad. That's very important to fix. Front plate block's been done, new coolant, new oil. So, you know, good there. But yeah. It is what it is. What do I tell you? It is what it is. So, it's has to be done. And I'm hoping this finalize all the oil leaks, no more oil leaks. That's what I'm hoping for. If it is, they're fixing it. You know, I pay my tab, the warranty to work. But anyhow, you know, hope there's no more oil leaks. I'm tired of buying oil and refilling my engine all the time. And not supposed to be like that. It is what it is, you know. So I'm still in my truck, I'm still in the shop. Wait till about an hour and then check everything, no oil leaks, no coolant leaks, and then we're good and go home. I'm gonna go get diesel and go home. So you can see, let me flip the camera around. So I'm just sitting here. Everybody left home today, just me and Marco. Marco is waiting to make sure, you know, Marcus just sitting here waiting for this thing checked out before I leave. So, alright guys, thank you for watching. Please give me a thumbs like, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the notification bell. I try to keep this content going, you know. That way you guys are aware of it. So if you guys kind of do this kind of situation here, you guys know what to expect, how much it costs and all that stuff, and what are the problems I have come across, and it helps you prevent from those kind of problems come to you as well, since I'm dealing with them. And yeah, I'm just trying